fourth down, the final play.
There we go.
Unless they can stick it in the end zone. Dorsey under pressure, throws it. Incomplete. The Buckeyes win. Ezekiel Elliott, and he's got an opening. Elliott off to the races. Can they catch him?
Feature the two backs as receivers, and now a downfield shot on first down for the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State strikes first. Making the Judkins again, and there is Smith running free, breaks a tackle. Ohio State strikes quickly from 45 yards. Pressure comes. Shaw, knocked it out, and gets out. Jack Shaw coming down the sidelines. Ohio State scoop and score and dagger from 82 yards. Here they come. Heavy pressure. Howard delivers downfield. It's Smith. He's got it. Jeremiah Smith. The 2025 College Football National Champion, Coach Ryan Day, and the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Welcome in, Buckeye Backers. We are bringing it to you live from Seattle, Washington, to the cornfields of Enid, Ohio. We are the pulse of Buckeye fans across the nation, with Seattle Matt and Buckeye Steve. Welcome in, Buckeye Backers. We are just a little over a week away from Buckeye football again. It feels like a new season. It feels like, oh man, it's taking me back and bringing me memories back to, I don't know, 2002 with something against a team that wanted to be national champions and was celebrating like they were going to be before a game. And then the pass interference happened.
Had parties set up before the game even started.
Locker room material.
That was before my time.
It was a glorious season, Cody. Glorious.
You know what?
It was.
Without that, Cody, you need to go back and watch that game. You need to watch the entire season, actually. Because
Ken Dorsey was their quarterback, right?
Mm-hmm.
Former Browns OC.
They had a lot of NFL talent on that roster still even though they lost a lot from their natty the year before. So
yeah.
But Cody, Buckeye football would not be what it is today without that national title. That is what propelled it to elite level again.
Good to
know.
It
had been since, what was it, 1970? So it had been 32 years.
Yeah, we went nattyless for a long time.
Wow.
Until James Patrick Tressel got hired.
I met that guy.
For guys that are your age, Cody, that's almost unfathomable, right?
Yeah.
32 years.
10 years is all I've had to go through.
That's awesome. And 10 years is too long. Too damn long for Ohio.
Yeah. And I tell you what, Jim Tressel is one of the nicest guys I've ever met.
Oh, yeah.
He was awesome.
If you see Jim Tressel again, he'll probably remember your name too. Dude has a photographic memory. No, I'm serious. Like, he remembers everyone.
Yeah, he's pretty good at that.
So, my first question to you both, while I get some stuff loaded from the locker room, what do you think about New Year's Eve playoff games? Good, bad, indifferent? Alex, you started.
I love them. And honestly, I agree with Joel Klatt's sentiment where he says January 1st should be the end of the season. Like, it should end on January 1st. The national championship being in the Rose Bowl every year would be pretty cool. I think that's like probably the best venue for a national championship game. But I mean, I don't mind the national championship going to different spots. I'd just rather it be up north more like it was a few years ago when it went to Indy. Probably once the Browns build their dome stadium, we'll get it there a few times, which would be great, especially if Ohio State gets there, right? But I like the New Year's Eve, I like it better when we win. I don't like being drunk like I was a few years ago and watching the ball go wide left by a lot. So that sucked. But when we win those games, it's really good, especially like last year where, we crushed Oregon's hopes and dreams in 2 quarters. So If we get something like that, I'll be very happy about it.
Yeah, I mean, I personally love it. I think that whenever you're watching a game, not only is it New Year's Eve, but you're, with your family, your friends, I think it's awesome. Love it.
I don't know how I feel about it. I kind of think it opens the door for some guys and gals to not be able to watch the show, And to me, I think New Year's Eve is not a day for football. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to love every minute of it. But I think that that's a day that you just don't do it.
Fair enough.
And I also think Christmas is a day that you don't play football on.
I agree with that.
I don't think you should play basketball. I actually don't watch basketball on purpose on Christmas Day. It's one day out of the year you can take a break, fellas.
Understandable.
Yeah, I get that argument. I get that argument for sure. Christmas is a little more special.
Now Thanksgiving, I'm watching football.
Yeah, Thanksgiving, that's a tradition.
Yeah,
that's already here to stay. I mean, and it's not. I don't know. Thanksgiving is a family holiday still, but
it's an American holiday, and
yeah. And what's more
football.
American than football?
Right. Whereas Christmas isn't.
It's
like
it's like 4th of July without fireworks. You can't do that.
Right.
True.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd have football all year round if I could. But
that's what that's my argument with what you said to start. Agree with Joel on January 1st should be the end of it all. Dude, I loved last season extending college football almost into February.
The calendar is just weird right now. They need to fix that entire thing.
They got to fix the calendar. I'll agree with you on that.
But
it's adding more teams to the playoffs isn't going to fix how quickly it's done. That's for sure.
But what it will fix is more home games, which definitely needs to happen.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The electric environments that we saw down in College Station, Texas A&M,
Norman, Oklahoma,
the lights on the field, holy hell.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're getting gypped as Ohio State fans because we didn't get a home game.
Not this year, but we had the first one.
The first one ever.
If you want to watch more football, I recommend the UFL. I've watched it every year.
That's great.
You know what?
Ever since the XFL.
Columbus Aviators.
Let's talk about that.
I can get into it now. Columbus has a team. I could probably get into it, especially if our boy Garyon Conley ends up in Columbus.
I hope so.
Got Ted Ginn there. If Garyon Conley goes, I'm buying season tickets.
I almost guarantee you Garyon Conley has a guaranteed spot if he wants it.
Ted Ginn
post. He played in the UFL before.
Yeah, he did. He played for the Defenders. That's where I was at. I started off in the XFL with Cardale Jones. I was a Defenders fan.
Same.
Then he left. Then I switched to the Vipers just because I liked them. Then they were gone as part of the expansion. And then I switched to DC. And then now I'm an Aviators fan.
I was DC / New York or New Jersey Generals.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest with y'all. I haven't watched it once.
It's great. It's good football.
I've watched it since the beginning. Well, not the very beginning with Vince McMahon, but
yeah. That's the beginning of time.
Yeah, that was the way beginning.
All right, to the locker room. Steely Matt, thanks again. Always reposting the stream, baby. Jay Weaver,
love it.
I.O., baby. It is great to be a Buckeye. And you know what? Yeah, crybaby Canes fans.
Boy,
it was pass interference. Let it go already.
These Canes fans, they're making a push for being dumber than Wolverine fans.
They're confident.
They're
real confident.
They're trying so hard to push to be dumber than Wolverine fans, and that takes quite a Herculean effort.
They're active on social media right now.
They are.
Very.
They're more active on social media than they are buying tickets to go to their own home game.
You know what's funny about that? So I know a couple people that are season ticket holders. They applied for tickets to the Cotton Bowl, got denied before they determined it was Miami. Well, now they're opening tickets back up for everyone because Miami's not selling their allotment.
Yeah, I'll be interested because we showed up in great numbers at last year's Cotton Bowl, and that was with a home state team in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I would be very shocked if we don't occupy 70% of that stadium.
We got to think, man, like Phoenix is a big Buckeye city. It's not too far away. But all those big Texas cities have Buckeye fans everywhere. You know it.
Dallas has, I think, like one of the biggest, if not the biggest, alumni base there. So
it doesn't. I mean, every Buckeye fans are crazy. They're everywhere, everywhere you go. It's almost a Buckeye takeover everywhere.
Yeah, and this is exactly why Ohio State didn't end up in the Orange Bowl in the first round, because it would have been a glorified home game. The Natty's in the same arena. So, I mean, if we end up getting in the Natty, we'll be playing in Miami's backyard anyway. But
in Jeremiah Smith's backyard.
Yeah, I don't think it would have mattered even if we did go to the Orange Bowl and had this game. I still think it would end the same way. So
let's talk about this game a little bit. Ohio State versus Miami. Let's talk about why Miami's so confident. It starts with their defensive line, right? Ruben Bain,
100%.
Mazador.
Yep.
Justin Scott, former
Buckeye commit.
What time was that? You had the date and everything.
It was something 23, and then he decommitted in November.
I think you said July.
It might have been July. I think it was July.
Yeah. So
a few months there.
Mark Fletcher did the same.
Marquise Lightfoot.
Yeah, Lightfoot too.
Lightfoot should have been a Buckeye. He was predicted to go to Ohio State. Then he was predicted back. It was signing day. It was crazy, and he ended up being a Hurricane.
They dropped the bags, man.
Yep, they did.
And at that time, Ohio State wasn't dropping bags. They didn't believe it. They didn't think they needed to. They were Ohio State, and they were testing the waters.
Miami gave Jeremiah Smith more money.
Yeah.
Than we did. He just chose Ohio State for development.
Great choice. He's got one ring.
Yep.
And he's probably got more money than he would have had in the long term already.
By a lot.
Oh, he's going to make so much money.
But he already did. I mean, he is now.
Well, yes.
He's making more money right now than JSN is.
And think about those NFL contracts.
Yeah.
It's legit. All right. Let's start here, because all we want to talk about is defense. This defensive line for Miami. This is from Bryan Buckeye Stats. So he provided us with all this information. He's providing it on Twitter. So if you don't follow him, go get on there and follow him, because he's growing like crazy, number one. And number two, he's bringing the stats, baby.
Poor Ole Miss.
He's the stats man. Yeah. So you look at these total defenses. All right. Obviously, that's a check mark for Ohio State, right? If we're just going by stats. So on paper, Ohio State's number one total defense. Miami's 11, right?
Yep.
And that's what they want to say is the strength of the team, their defense. Well, guess what? Ours is better. And you go by eye test, ours is better. Of course, that defensive line is elite that they have at Miami. Getting 7 sacks in a game tells you that. It doesn't matter who it's against. That's elite.
Yeah, and one of the funniest parts is obviously Tagra has been ruled out for this game, and a lot of people who are non-ball knowers, especially these Miami fans right now, they're saying, "Oh, we're going to be able to exploit that on Ohio State." Well, they don't know that that's actually a positive for Ohio State.
Big Gabe Van Sickle gets in there, and then I think they said they're going to rotate Padilla.
Probably,
yes.
Yeah.
So I mean, at least in practices, I don't think Padilla will get a lot of time.
It's a benefit,
but he's played there and he's done well.
Yeah, we perform better without Tagra in, and they haven't watched enough film to realize that.
Well, it was addition by subtraction, and let's be honest, a backup guard for an opposing team. Not a lot of other fans will pay attention to that, but for Buckeye fans are real ball knowers, as you say, or someone who's really paying attention, just loves college football, might know that. If you watch enough, if you're looking at enough podcasts, if you're watching enough highlights, you'll get to know that. But if you're just a casual fan and enjoy your team and that's it, you probably won't know that.
But it just amazes me how confident they are, and yet they're so wrong.
In that respect, absolutely. I'll agree with you, because they are so wrong.
let me play devil's
Now,
advocate.
this begs the question for me before we get on in depth a little bit more. Do you think Tager was hurt all season and that's why he's underperforming?
No, I
No.
just think he's very good.
Because he did the same thing last year. He still
He didn't in the
He has
playoffs.
things about him that are good, but he's not consistent enough.
He's not consistent. He hasn't been able to put it all together.
Yeah.
So no, I mean he could have been hurt at different points, but
Yeah.
I don't think that was the reason why he was struggling as bad as he was.
So why did we stick with him as long as we did?
That's a question for the coaches.
Stubbornness.
Stubbornness?
Where in some areas where like the running back situation where we got smart and did the right thing by switching early on. We
didn't switch early on enough there either.
I mean, after 2 or 3 games, we did.
The Ohio game is really whenever it
Yeah.
started. The Ohio game is when Bo established himself as the starter.
Yeah.
But it was
Now, granted-
obvious to everyone else before that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Now, granted, we still tried to shove CJ Donaldson down our throats. But
Yeah, even beyond that. Yeah.
yeah.
And we're
but
still trying to in goal line and short yardage.
we were smart enough to be like, yeah, you know what? Bo Jackson's pretty good.
Yeah. But hey, moving right along, let's go to scoring offense. So we're just doing on paper stuff right now. Scoring offense. Interestingly, Texas Tech is up there at number 2. Indiana, number 4. But Ohio State and Miami. We get the check mark there. Ohio State's number 17 in the scoring offense. Miami's 29. Now, if you're doing eye test, do you see anything different than that?
For scoring offense,
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see the rank we are when it comes to when we run 13, 14 personnel, because I bet it's awful. I bet it's in the hundreds.
Well,
If we do
roughly
that,
all.
if we do that in this game, we're losing, boys. If we do that in this game, we're losing this game. We can't make that same mistake twice.
Well, we'll have a different play caller.
Yes.
Ryan
And
Day
hopefully
calling the
Ryan,
plays.
and hopefully Ryan, and I mean, devil's advocate, Ryan still last year, there was times where he was like, you know, I haven't given Jeremiah Smith the ball in like 3 quarters. I should probably get him the ball, right? There was times like that last year still.
Mhm.
So 4-17, and when you got former Wolverines and Jake Butt pointing this out, they're like, with those two on the field, opposing defenses are like in shambles because you can't cover them both. You can't double them both, you know. But when we take them off the field, opposing defenses go, oh, okay,
Thanks.
cool. Thank
Thanks.
you. Yeah. And it makes it a lot easier. Like we really should have beaten Indiana by 10 plus. We really should have. But we made it super simple on them, taking our best 2 players off the field. Now, whether they were injured or not, I don't know. I mean, obviously that was a thing going into the Team Up North game.
Mhm.
But I hope they're not injured now. We've had 3 weeks off. So
I mean, there's a difference. If you're injured and playing the entire game but goal line, that doesn't make any sense.
it doesn't. You're right. It
I
doesn't.
don't think an injury was an excuse there. I think it was just
Yeah.
a stubbornness to
Ineptitude.
power. And I think they didn't know necessarily that there was that missing piece until they played a team that was as good as Indiana on the defensive line.
Yeah.
Because they saw the power that they had against Michigan. But I also believe that they opened up their run game with the passing game against Michigan. And that's why they had the runs that they had.
And we should have did it again.
Yes.
We didn't. So, and of course, Lorenzo Styles is another person that says, oh, well, we needed that loss. I hate that. I hate that so much. We didn't need to lose that game to learn something. Just watch film. Film would have taught you all of this forever ago. That Tager stunk. That 13, 14 personnel was not working. They need to hire somebody to watch film and do stats on things. Like they need to hire Bryan. If Bryan can watch film, they need to hire him, and he needs to give them the numbers on how the success rate on 13, 14 personnel plays. Because I guarantee you they would have been like a few weeks in, they would have said, oh, well, this sucks. We got to scrap this. And then we'd be 13-0 Big Ten champs right now, and we'd be playing Oregon. So Or who would be? No, we'd be playing
Alabama.
I'm sorry. We'd be playing
in
Alabama.
the Rose Bowl.
Yeah. So, and they can't run the ball. So that would have been just gravy for us, right? So
Facts, Alex. The locker room is preaching back to you, brother.
yeah, hire Bryan Buckeye stats. He'll get you the success rate on the 13-14 personnel crap.
All right. So rushing offense. Ohio State, slightly ahead. 64, Miami 76. Passing offense, Ohio State's ahead, 25, Miami, number 32 in the nation. I mean, looks pretty damn good. Total offense, Ohio State 24, Miami 36. Everything's looking and trending Ohio State's way. Obviously, this is all just based on statistical numbers. No eye test whatsoever. Do you have anything to add to the eye test, though?
I mean, we're no strangers to, on paper, being the better team. We were far and away the better team against the team up north last season.
Touché.
We were the better team, maybe by a small margin, against Indiana. It's all about the matchups and what we put together. And if that Big Ten title game taught you anything, it's 4 and 17. Either one of them has to be on the field or both the entire game, because they create so many mismatch issues for opposing defenses. And that defense was really good. And I think with Van Sickle in, it's going to make us a lot more stable than we were. We're not going to allow 5 sacks, but this is like the number 4 team in the country when it comes to sacks. So it's definitely something that we have to be ready for. We're gonna have to get the ball out very quickly, and we're gonna have to create plays for number 4 and number 17. And if we can do that, we'll beat the brakes off of them. And I think they have a great rushing defense, but I think we'll do fine against them. I think we can figure some things, especially with Van Sickle, and it'll create more opportunities for that. Whereas Tegra, he would be missing a block every other play, and we'd rush for like 0 yards. So, but yeah, I 4 and 17, one or both have to be on the field at all times. But eye test wise, I mean, we've seen what this offense can do. It hasn't been as high powered as last year in a lot of ways, but it's still got something to it that we can use. And once again, I'm not worried about our defense. We'll hold them under 20. I think we hold them to 10.
Under 20?
I think we hold them to 10 personally. I really do.
I got a 24-10. That's what I'm taking.
Yeah. I think we hold them to 10. A&M's defense, who's been overrated all year, could. Why can't we? Now, the big issue is we are not great at creating turnovers. And that is where you get Carson Beck in trouble, is if you cause him to create turnovers. We have got to get a turnover or two. We got to figure that out. Because if we can get him to turn the ball over, they're dead to rights. They're cooked. But if they don't turn the ball over, we're not really helping ourselves. So.
How many interceptions does Carson Beck have on the year?
Let me look it up while you
want to go and grab that.
Carson Beck stats.
And the scores that some of these teams had against Miami doesn't say that their defense is 10.
26 touchdowns, 10 picks, 3,175 yards passing.
And that's not bad, but that's not what we expected out of him transferring from Georgia. I thought it was like the sophomore slump, and then at Miami he was going to do great.
I mean, you look at those 2 losses. He had against Louisville, he had 4 picks, and against SMU, he had 2. So 60% of his picks were in those 2 games alone.
And to average teams, you keep hearing everyone's talking about, Ohio State played one good team and they lost to them. Well, is that better or worse than playing 2 average teams and losing to them?
Well, I just heard from what's that guy's name that played at Georgia that got fired from ESPN, still does stuff? What's it? Pollock.
David Pollock? Yeah.
I just heard from Pollock. He said, Ohio State still hasn't played anybody yet, basically. And I'm like, we just played Indiana. They're number 1 seed in the freaking tournament. Like,
What more do you want?
What do we got to do here? I get we didn't win, but even if we won, you'd still say, oh, well, has Ohio State really played anybody yet? Have they faced any adversity? Like, what do you want? We'll be holding the trophy at the end. They'll be like, well, they might be 15-1 the national champions, but who did they play?
They did. They already did say that last year.
No, it's like
yeah, they did.
What
they
do
did
we
say
gotta
that.
do? Like, do we gotta go in like it's College Football 26 on the Xbox? We gotta custom make our schedule to play every ranked team known to man, and then they'll all end up unranked, and they'll still say who did they play? Like,
listen to this. Another thing provided by Bryan Buckeye Stats: the teams that Miami has faced, Notre Dame scored 27 points. Florida State, 22. Louisville, 24. SMU, 26. Virginia Tech, 17. Could you imagine if all those points were scored against Ohio State?
oh, we never hear the end of it. Like, I mean, the Notre Dame game, they'd be like, whatever about. And that was game number 1, too. I mean, if that's played week 3 or 4, Notre Dame wins that going away, by the way. But if we had let up 22 to Florida State or like lost to them like Bama did, it'd be like they don't deserve to be in the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
We'd be like a 1-loss team before playing Indiana. They'd be like, well, Ohio State probably shouldn't be in the playoff. They lost to FSU, or they let up 22 points to FSU. We don't get that leeway.
To SMU.
I mean, SMU was a playoff team last year. They brought some players back. They just didn't fare well against their schedule this year to get back in. They're not an awful team. Louisville isn't an awful team.
Yeah, I'm not going to say awful.
They're above average.
I'm going to say.
And if Miami is so good, like their fans are saying, they should have won those games very easily. But they didn't, because Carson Beck reared his ugly head. So it is.
Cocoa Nuts got some more for us. Man, Cocoa Nuts on fire today. Also, make better in-game adjustments. Why wait till after a loss and say, "Oh, we see the problem now, and we're going to fix it going forward"? 100% in agreement, and I'll even take it a step further. After the first drive or two, that's why you have guys in the box. Guys upstairs should be telling you what's happening on the field. Why aren't we making in-game adjustments before halftime? Sometimes they wait until halftime to make adjustments. I mean, you're at home, you're making the adjustments in your head, watching TV, saying, hey, maybe try Keenholz running the ball on short situations. Give him a running package. I mean, we've tried it during the year. It's worked. And I get it. They did convert some tush pushes with Sang. But, I mean, the obvious thing is Sang is a pocket passer. He can move well in the pocket. He can run when he's needed to, but he's not a power running quarterback by any means. Short yardage, Keenholz, stronger, Iron Buckeye. Put him in the damn game.
Yeah. And, I mean, that that play should have been ran on 3rd down instead of 4th down anyway, but that's, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's why I from what I've seen, it looks like maybe Keenan Bailey's probably going to be wide receivers coach. I've seen that he's spending way more time with the wide receivers.
There's been some rumblings about that.
So that means Ryan Day is going to go just for a pure offensive coordinator for the next hire, and I'm all for that.
Yeah, me too. Brian Daboll.
That's fine.
Brian Daboll will be a great one.
I still think you bring in Santonio Holmes for some help in recruiting, but whatever. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, bring him on as an assistant.
Ryan Day's earned my trust in hiring people. He's done a really great job.
He's pretty good at that.
I think Santonio Holmes probably needs to do the James Laurinaitis approach. Go see how you do it, a big time program somewhere. Then we'll bring you in.
Yeah, he was at Notre Dame before.
Yeah. And that's when Ryan Day was like, oh, shit, this guy's good.
Brian Hartline should hire him at USF.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea either.
That'd be a solid start.
So Mika's in the locker room saying,
my girl Mika,
go big,
right here.
Go Bucks. Ooh, look at that.
It's right here.
Damn, you got the goods always.
I got a black one too.
Nice.
Where are you getting all this stuff, man?
I made these.
No way.
Nothing. Well, hot glue and some spray paint won't.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays, Buckeye Nation. Love you all. Go Bucks. Hey, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
It'll be a happy New Year if we win. If we lose, screw this year. She does.
Man, as long as it's not a field goal at the end of the game while the clock's striking midnight.
After you watched Miami's kicker go 1 for 4 and they still won that game, I don't want Jaden Fielding's foot anywhere near a game-winning kick.
Hey, the good thing is, well, I guess it's not a good thing for us. It's a dome.
It's a dome.
I was going to say there won't be any win, but the
doesn't
last time we
matter.
were in a dome,
Because
it
Jaden
didn't
Fielding's
matter.
still hooked. So, yeah, just don't leave it in his hand. Like, we keep saying that mantra, leave no doubt. Let's just do what we did last playoff. Leave no doubt.
Which there were rumblings that Ryan Day was calling the plays during the playoffs, correct?
I've heard some things like that. It wouldn't surprise me.
You mean last year?
Yeah, there were rumblings about that. That was a rumor.
It wouldn't surprise me if that was true.
So this will be no different. I don't even think that Hartline has the offensive coordinator title anymore. It's just he's the receivers coach, and that's it.
They's going to be calling play, which, I mean, he made the right call. Obviously, the distractions there, it reared its ugly head in Indianapolis.
Right, and I don't care how you feel about Day as a play caller. I know some people are split. This is what's best for the team. I mean, regardless. So
I agree with that.
And, I mean, you look at it this way. He's had some games where he's play called where you're just like, oh. But he's had other games where he's play called where you're like, oh, damn. As long as he doesn't pull.
That's where I'm at.
He clamps up at the end. He just lets loose the entire time. We'll be all right.
Right. And, that's where there's the divide among the fan base. But at the end of the day, you can't have a guy that's, 50-50 between jobs,
And, I mean, credit to Hartline for wanting to still stick with the team and try to coach the receivers.
Right. A lot of people wouldn't do that. Lane Kiffin wouldn't do that.
But it's hey, man, at this point, if you want to go start your new job, go do it, man. Nobody will bite your head off for it. Like we talked about, the windows for college football are so weird right now with the transfer portal and everything.
Right.
We're coming up to the transfer portal window opening up the 2nd of January or something like that. So, I mean,
you know what's really interesting about Hartline and Ryan Day? There is a requirement from the College Football Playoff that the offensive coordinator have media availability. So Ryan Day had to announce that if he didn't want Hartline to have to be interviewed for whatever reason. And maybe some of it's because he's not going to be there. So Ryan Day had to be the offensive coordinator because he's going back and forth to Florida right now. I mean, he's got to recruit for both teams, and he's got to establish his coaching staff, and he's got to be present as the head coach. Going into the offseason, getting guys going. I don't know if they have a strength and conditioning coordinator yet. So there's a lot to get done there.
They got some coaches. I know he hired his brother for the quarterbacks coach, which could have saw that coming from a mile away. Yeah.
Which legally he couldn't do that in Ohio.
Yeah, because nepotism laws.
Yeah, there's a law against it.
Yep.
Ohio State basketball, Jake Diebler, he tried to hire John Diebler and he couldn't.
Yep,
wasn't allowed.
Really?
Yep.
Which is crazy because if you've earned that job, which I'm not saying Diebler did, but Brian Hartline's brother has paid his dues and has earned an opportunity like that.
He's been a coach for a bit.
Yeah, why couldn't you hire him? Who cares? So, I don't know.
All right. We're going to listen to them.
Oh, boy.
We're going to listen to this.
In South Florida and everything, is there still animosity with Ohio State based on that 2002 national championship game?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, you see all over the internet, all over Twitter, they still talking about that, 20 years later, but they still worry about it. But we got something for them come New Year's Eve.
What? We got something for them. Did you hear that?
I pray for whichever DB is going to be covering him.
What was your initial impression? I mean, are you guys like, whoa, because I was in the room when he said that, and it was a little bit muffled. And I was like, did he just say what I thought he just said? Because, man, oh, man, that is confidence, that's swagger, but it's also bulletin board material, man. I was like, oh, what do I do with this?
You know, I think Jeremiah Smith has been very humble since coming to Ohio State. But I don't think it's a bad thing that, you know, you're coming off of a loss. You kind of have – he's from the area. He probably grew up a Hurricanes fan, for all I know. So for him to say that, I love it. Love it.
Here's the thing. So obviously that offensive lineman from A&M said some stuff, and it came back to bite him, right?
Yep.
Well, this isn't that offensive lineman from A&M. This is Jeremiah Smith. This is an alien of a human being. This is the same guy that said, in the next 2 years, I will not lose to the team up north. So far, promise kept, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like to think Jeremiah Smith, and I've seen Miami fans say this a lot, you know, because of Bain saying that they wrote a check that their ass can't catch. I'd like to think Jeremiah Smith writes checks.
Are you cashing checks with your ass?
In cashes on. He cashes the checks that he writes because, I mean, he's a different dude. I think he's going to have a fantastic day if we allow him to against me.
That's the key. Like, the problem with wide receiver is you're dependent on someone else to get you the ball or the plays to be designed to go to you, which they always should if you're Jeremiah Smith. 12 targets minimum all of the playoffs. 12 minimum. I've requested that all season. Very few games does that happen. It needs to happen. And like occasionally you just throw the ball up to Jeremiah Smith. It's really not that hard.
He's down there somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw the Hail Mary at the end of the Big Ten championship game. He can be covered by 5 people. That's not a problem. Throw it to him. He's going to go up and get it, man. He put it in the air. He's got the best chance.
Miami's 30th in passing yards allowed. So, I mean, they're not awful, but there's room there for us to exploit.
For sure. Well, we got another one. Offensive side of the ball, we had a talker. Defensive side of the ball, there's another one. All right. Good, bad, and different. We're going to talk about it. Let me get this up here. Jeremiah Smith's not the only one. Giving us the goods, man. Personally, I liked it.
Are you trying to find the Katie McConnell one?
We also have K-Mac in here. Yeah. Letting it load, of course. Twitter's awfully slow today.
Yeah,
all
I
right.
feel it.
Let me get it from the very beginning because I enjoyed it, man. What he said to me, it resonated. And you guys, this is up on the screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
No toning down here. We're on a mission to be the first team to win a back-to-back national championship. And, you know, I believe in my teammates, and I know we're going to do it. No toning down here.
That part I had to play twice because no toning down here. Man.
Is he right about didn't Georgia go back-to-back?
He meant Ohio State. He just didn't say it.
Yeah.
Anybody with, you know, anybody who's close knew that that's what he meant, but he just unfortunately didn't say it that way.
But I mean, his wasn't, to me, the way K-Mac said it, it wasn't cockiness. It was confidence.
Yeah, for sure.
And I thought that was the difference. Like, the team wants to go back-to-back. That's their goal. They want to be historical. They wanted to be undefeated. But you hang another banner, no one's going to remember about the Big Ten championship game.
And see, that's an advantage Ohio State has, is that a lot of these players went through this last year with one extra game.
Right.
So they know the grind that this is going to take to get back to that point. And we have one less game this time to have to do it, which is great in a lot of ways, right? But it could also come back to bite you because none of the top 4 teams last year won their games in this round. They all got. So
I mean, it's a different year. You saw for the first time the road team won in the 12-team playoff.
Finally
twice.
Mm-hmm.
So when it's this in the infancy of a 12-team college football playoff, you're going to have things to change. There's going to be differences. So
and we have a chance to be the first top 4 seed to win a playoff game in this format because we play first.
Yeah.
So
I'm still pissed off we didn't get a home game. I don't care. I don't care whatever says. I mean, it's so electric. It's one of our very few chances to get a night game at Ohio Stadium.
That was always the caveat, right? When this format came out, it's like, well, if you get a home game, that's great. That's cool. But that means you didn't win your conference and you probably lost a game you shouldn't have. And that's
so it's like a benefit to lose. Like seeing Oregon play against JMU, it was like, man, I want that. I want that at Ohio State. I want the fans to get that chance to have a playoff game at home. And the economic impact for Columbus, huge.
Yeah, I would have loved it again this year just so we could have more of our fans in our own stadium for the playoff game this time.
Mm-hmm.
There was too much orange last year because there was too much dismay. So maybe coming into this one, it would have been like, well, we beat the team up north, so we're going to show up this time like we normally would instead of letting the opposition flood our stadium with their crap.
Let's catch up a little bit in the locker room before we move ahead because I got behind. So Coconut says 100%. We love Julian, but use Lincoln in critical short yardage situations in the red zone. Mika wants to do a show with us. Mika, we're going to make it happen. Just we have to make it work out logistically. All right. All I want for Christmas is back-to-back natties. Love it. The Ohio State University. That is actually perfect. Perfect. Oh, this is a good question. I saw it earlier, but didn't get to it. Opinion on the Angelo Smith situation. I think it's just you got to do it.
Yeah, I don't really care.
I don't think it matters because if you get an offer from Ohio State, let's be honest, you're not going to go to the University of South Florida.
Right.
You're probably not going to go to any directional school. So,
well, and he's a safety.
Slap in the face, but it's like a formality, basically.
Well, there was a lot of people that wouldn't have said Travis Hunter was going to go to Jackson State, and he did.
Sure, but that's the Dion effect.
Yeah, I mean, anything in this landscape can change.
That's a Bryan Hartline effect.
Not for a safety.
Listen, if he ends up going to South Florida, more power to him. It is what it is. We got other guys that we got in here, but I don't think he will. It's Hartline just doing his job, and he has a weird window to do it, so he's got to do it now.
Yeah,
and it's just extending the olive branch, being like, hey. Doesn't work out, I'm here.
Yeah. That's the other problem. If for some reason Ohio State finds someone better for whatever reason in their eyes, hey, Hartline's still there. You know what I mean? I mean, if you don't do that, then it looks bad on you and for the program. He's still got to keep his interest at South Florida. Okay. And I think Ryan Day understands that.
Yeah.
Ryan Day knows the grind. He knows what it means. And he's happy he's pissed. You can just because of the college football schedule, because it's absolute crap and it's hard for everyone. Mm-hmm. But like Ryan Day always says, you either take it and deal with it or you quit. That's the only options you have. Yeah.
And Angelo, he has 2 big time offers. He has Ohio State, which he's committed, and then he has Miami. So.
Ooh, sorry, Miami.
He does have Miami. And like the rest are like USF. I think he has Toledo, smaller schools.
Mm-hmm. But this is interesting too. JJ's fully healthy and motivated.
He was saying that it was like a 4-week injury, but he wasn't going to miss Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and Ryan Day was saying if you only knew what he went through to make it out on that field, him and Tate.
Yeah, he said what our guys went through.
Didn't practice all week. Came out there and played like a professional and played well. I mean, obviously well. Just dominated. I mean, go back and watch that route again. Holy smokes, I could watch that 100 times. And he just leaves the guy in his dust. The dude grabs him from behind, still makes the catch, and scores a touchdown. I mean, just juked him so far that he didn't know where he was. He was on another planet, man.
Miami fans act like they still have Sean Taylor and Ed Reed in their backfield.
They have Jason Taylor, but he's coaching.
I'm just like, who do you got? I've watched a lot of your games this year. Who do you have that's going to cover these guys at a consistent enough clip to limit? I literally was on a TikTok live listening earlier to some Miami fans. One, they don't even know who Carnell Tate is. That's a problem for them. I'm sure Miami does, obviously, but their fan doesn't know who they are. And they said Jeremiah Smith isn't going to even come close to 100 yards in this game. I said, bet. Well, I'm like, keep that same energy.
It doesn't matter what the fans think. It matters what the team does and how they put it on the field. And I'm sure that the team is well aware of who Jeremiah Smith is. And that defense is like, what do we do?
They think Malachi Toney is better than him.
Malachi Toney's fast, man. You got to give that dude credit.
He is
fast. He's electric.
But he's not better than Jeremiah Smith.
No, I mean, he's physically different.
Yeah. I like Miami in this affair, 17-7. Boy, if we only score 7 points, somebody should get fired. Somebody should get fired.
K-Mac. Here we go. Ooh, Kenyatta Jackson is going to be turned up for this game. In the shadows of Ruben Bain and Mesidor, and being from Miami, this one means a lot more to him too. Yeah, and
same high school as Jeremiah Smith,
and Ennis as well. Carson Beck is going to get familiar with Mr. Kenyatta Jackson Jr. for sure.
Caden Curry too.
Yeah.
Well, of course we're not going to get any holding calls. We never do, so we can't rely on those.
Yeah, that's true.
Kenyatta's just going to have to not get held like Sonny Styles and them told him not to.
Tackled.
Yeah, not held. Tackled.
If they call one holding penalty against Miami, I'll be happy. Just one.
Yeah, we got one against Indiana.
And everybody celebrated.
Yeah.
Sacks, errant throws, turnovers, go Bucks. I'm with that. Ooh, yeah.
Love to see it.
So, wise words. I like Miami in this affair. You saw that earlier, 17-7.
Not very wise.
Is that a fake beard? No, it got cold here, so I grew it out. And now it's warm again, so I'm going to shave it off.
And then it's going to get cold again, and then you're going to be like, crap.
And it grows fast, too. Yeah. So, they're thinking Beck is not going to get 100 yards.
I don't know about that.
He won't get 200.
No, I agree.
Y'all only scored 10 on
Indiana's defense is better than Miami's.
I think that we're forgetting how good Indiana is.
Indiana credit just because.
Yeah, Indiana's defensive line isn't as good as Miami's, but the defense as a whole is better.
Nationally, number 4 versus number 11. Total defense.
How many 5 stars do Louisville and SMU have?
And scoring defense, Indiana's number 2, Miami's number 6. And not everything's 5 stars. I mean, 5 stars are great and they tell you a lot. And average, yes. But some teams are just built differently. And Indiana's one of those teams. I mean, they found diamonds in the rough everywhere 2 years in a row. And that's the one thing about Kurt Signetti that people don't understand. The dude knows talent. He's elite. He's elite at finding the best of the best, no matter where they are.
Here's the thing that I think even Miami fans would have to agree with. While Cristobal is a great coach, he does a lot of things sometimes that are very dumb. And you catch him with his pants down. Because, he like the whole not taking a knee situation against Georgia Tech a couple years ago. And then he lost the game because of it. Because he didn't want to take a knee for no reason. I mean, he's not a great in the moment coach at all.
Indiana will lose to Alabama, wise words. Well, if they do, you can come back on here and give us all the shit you want to, but I think Indiana will beat them by double digits.
I'm gonna tell you, if there ends up being 3 Big Ten teams and 1 SEC team in this semifinal, I'm going to be absolutely relentless on social media. Absolutely relentless.
Just means more.
Just means more.
Hey, you can't spell second without SEC.
Yeah. Who is Miami played, though? Outside of Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Hey, congrats, Notre Dame. I mean, we played a Texas team that was number 1 in the country when we played them. I keep getting reminded, we only put up 14 points. Yeah, because we didn't go balls to the wall because we were trying to settle in our quarterback to the season.
We didn't go balls to the wall really all year.
There were times where, we turned it up a little bit, but we never, turned it up all the way like Day said. I wish we did because we'd be undefeated right now if we did, but it is what it is.
But again, new play caller, maybe Day will turn it up.
If we get cocaine Ryan Day, like they keep calling him,
oh yeah,
it is over for you.
Over.
It is over.
Wise words, just because you're obviously a Miami fan, I gotta put something on here for you. Maurice Claret's bringing it. I'm here to steal Miami Hurricanes Christmas and hopes of a national championship again.
And here's the thing, like Miami fans, obviously they're going to keep bringing that game up and stuff. I've seen them bring up the 2011 game a lot. And I'm like, congratulations on beating the worst Ohio State team in history with Joe Bowserman at the helm. Like, do you want a cookie for that? Like, we have revenge too in that case to get, because last time we played, we lost. So we have revenge to get too. Chris Drew from Menace to Sports brought up a good point. This could be like a little right the wrongs tour for Ohio State where, we right the wrongs against Mario Cristobal because he took a game from us at Oregon and the shoe. Then he gets back at Kirby Smart. Then he gets back at Kurt Sinetti. This could be just a get back tour here. So I'm not going to use the R word because the team up north did that and it really bit them.
I was going to do that.
What? But we'll call it the get back tour.
Dude, wise words is just, 5 stars are important, but that's not everything.
Bama has a lot of 5 stars and still can't run the football, which they've had like 2 or 3 Heisman running backs since 2009, and they can't run the football now. I mean, it is what it is.
Ooh, wise Tim, I'll take the Buckeyes over the Kings. Put your money up. Oh, you got called out, wise words.
A random Miami fan bet me $300 today.
Really? Mm-hmm. Is he going to pay you? Or
probably not.
Are you going to pay them?
I always pay my bets. I don't wuss out.
Well, saying it right here, so here we go.
Yeah, I pay my bets, but I don't expect them to pay.
No.
It's just usually what happens.
Yeah, it is what it is. Dude, man. I'm so pumped for this game, though. I am so pumped. It feels like a new season, a completely new season. Like,
I wanted A&M, but I'll take it.
I'd rather have Miami, to be honest with you.
I wanted an all SEC run to the Natty. I would have taken an Alabama upset over Indiana if it meant we could have beat 3 SEC teams to a Natty. They couldn't have said anything to us after that.
Just look at it this way, though. Look at it this way. All right. You've had 3 teams lose so far in the college football playoffs. 4, right?
4.
So you've had JMU.
Yeah.
Tulane.
Yeah. Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
And not Ole Miss.
And Texas A&M.
I was going to say, why am I blanking? God. I literally just said their name too.
All right. What do 2 of those teams have in common?
What do 2 of those teams have in common?
Mm-hmm.
They have like a off shade of red or maroon.
No. All right. 2 of them are Power 5 teams.
Yeah.
The other 2 are SEC. So the only teams to lose other than SEC are Power 5 teams. So
Group of 5.
Sorry. Group of 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting because then if another SEC team loses in the Rose Bowl, then the first 3 really teams out, other than everyone knew Tulane and JMU was going to lose.
There's a caveat to that because obviously the first round, one was guaranteed to lose, and this round, one's guaranteed to lose too. So
sure, but
they should have had 3, right? If they're so good, they should have had 3 going on to the semis.
Absolutely.
But if Indiana wins, and
then it's only 1.
Then only one's going to be. I want it to be 3. I want it to be Oregon, us, Indiana, and Georgia. God, that'd be so funny.
Do you think Texas Tech can take?
That's going to be the greatest game of this playoff.
Isn't that only a 1-point spread or 1.5?
It's a close one. We gotta. It looks like we have an Oregon fan in the chat. He could probably tell us right off rip what it is.
I think last time I looked, I think it was a 1-point game.
Yeah, I mean that's going to be great. And Oregon, man, against JMU, I don't know if it was just because they got up so big and they just stopped caring, or because having JMU put up 34 on them, I was like, oh, okay.
Bama's going to run the ball on Indiana.
No, they won't.
Interesting.
No, they won't.
Interesting.
They won't put up more than 50 yards rushing on Indiana. No, they won't.
Because Alabama is 120th in rushing offense. I mean, I don't know where you're pulling this from, but
they can't run the ball. They might get lucky and break a run.
And Indiana is number 3 in the nation in rushing defense.
Yeah, Indiana's good, man.
I think you're just thinking Indiana is a traditional Indiana, and they're not.
You know what's crazy? If 2 years ago, if I sat on this show with you boys and said, believe it or not, and I'm not on anything, but Indiana's going to beat Ohio State and Alabama in the same season in 2 years, and I'll put everything I own on it, what would you say to me? You take that bet, right? You'd be like, I will give you everything and every ounce of money I own, and I'll take that bet. Because you would think, I'm going to be rich, right? We might live in a world where that happens.
Arvell Reese is about to kill Beck. Yep.
So Wise Words does not want to take your bet, and he wants to bet against bookies.
Well,
go bet it, man.
Congrats on your free donation to the bookies, then. On both accounts.
Miami will win in the trenches on both sides. And now that's a hot take.
They'll win some battles.
I could understand if you say that they're going to win on the defensive line versus our offensive line. That's a fair take.
They'll win some battles.
But to say that you're going to dominate in the trenches or win in the trenches against our defensive line is probably a little bit.
I don't understand. Against Indiana, when we took Tager out and put Van Sickle in, all of a sudden we were doing really, really good in the trenches. We were doing all right.
It was like flip the switch.
We just suddenly started to do 13 and 14 personnel and taking our best players off the field, and then we stifled ourselves in that moment.
See, this is a smart Oregon fan.
And I think people forget how good Ohio State's defense is due to recency bias. Caleb Downs, Curry, Reese, Sonny Styles are going to have Carson in a blender. And I'm not even sure you can say recency bias. I think people are just looking at the Big Ten championship game as a loss. But they still held the number 2 scoring offense in the nation.
They held a really good offense to 13
points.
The defense did their job.
Good team, man.
Defense did their job.
We had third.
I thought you had some starters in still, though.
They did in the beginning of the fourth quarter, but when they started
to move the ball a little better on them. But yeah, I mean, I think you'll beat Texas Tech, to be honest with you. I think Dan Lanning's just a better coach.
Dante Moore, he needs to be a Cleveland Brown, please.
Dante Moore is really good. Having Moore back, your wide receiver, that's great. I think you guys will beat Texas Tech for sure.
See, and Mark Fletcher is a good running back. I think he had 172 yards of their 175, something like that, total rushing against Texas A&M. But don't confuse Texas A&M's defense with Ohio State. It's not.
He had a lot of it on one run.
It's not the same though. Texas A&M is not Ohio State's defense.
We have Bo Jackson too. So.
I understand that you want to be confident going into the game and you're happy with getting a win, all right, in the first round of the playoffs. But Ohio State's not happy with our first round win.
Yeah, that's like your second bowl win in 20-some years. That's awesome.
It's a different level. And you know what? If for some reason Miami does go in and pull it off, more power to you. You do have a great team, and you're on the way up. And Mario Cristobal's 1-0 against Ryan Day. So there's a lot to be happy about.
It'll virtually guarantee Georgia wins the national championship probably if that happens.
You think?
Yeah.
You don't think Indiana stands a chance, or Oregon?
I just think when it comes to that, if it was Indiana, Georgia, and the Natty, I think the difference in experience for the head coaches in those moments will rear its ugly head. I think Kirby Smart will outdo Kurt. I really do. But hopefully it doesn't come to that. Hopefully we just make it there and we can face Indiana again and do it the right way this time.
Yep.
Oh, well, Cody does have.
No, you did not. Let's get right to that.
Let's go ahead and jump right to it. Buckeyes in the big leagues, Cody.
All right. CJ Stroud, he had a pretty good game. 23 of 35 for 187 and a touchdown. So that was against the Raiders. They got the win. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers, Jack Sawyer making his first start. 5 tackles, got a bunch of pressures. Then we have Cam Hayward, 4 tackles and a sack. And we have the Cardinals and the Falcons, a bunch of Buckeyes representing the Cardinals.
There wasn't an interception or anything, was there?
What's that?
There wasn't an interception or anything, was there?
Denzel Burke getting it done with a pick. He also had 2 tackles that game. Cody Simon, 7 tackles. Baron Browning, 3 tackles.
Ooh.
So, great game representation for the Buckeyes on that side of the ball. Marvin Harrison Jr., he only had 1 catch, but only 3 targets.
He's got to get out of Arizona.
He has to because he only had 3 targets. I
Yeah,
mean,
he that is killing his career being there.
yeah, for
It
sure.
really is. I'll have him in Green Bay.
Finally,
Come on
we got to go to another interception from
Another interception. Was it a game-sealing one?
I believe it was from Lathan Ransom. Lathan Ransom getting it done after the previous week. He had a crucial penalty that, quite frankly, lost them the game for the Panthers. He had a late hit penalty, and it was bad. I mean, it was really bad. So we had some good representation this week. Had some injuries. Trey, he got hurt in the playoff clinching Patriots game. It was a head injury. I don't know if it was concussion, but he was ruled out for the rest of that game. And then my Browns faced some heartbreak. My heart sank because I thought, oh boy, this is Chubb 2.0. But it wasn't as bad. He's supposed to be back by week 1 next year. Quinshon Judkins broke his leg, and I don't know if he had a tear. Oh, it was an ankle injury. So that about wraps it up for Buckeyes in the big league.
I did see his mom posted that he was
The picture.
Yeah.
What about Chris Olave?
Oh shoot, I forgot about him.
Yeah, he had a big week.
You guys
JSN
talk.
did his thing per usual.
You guys talk. I'll pull up his stats.
Yeah, Chris Olave had a good week. Well, and of course Wilson's been injured for 80 years.
Yeah, he's been
But,
injured for a while.
I've seen mock drafts of Cardinal Tate going to the Browns. I think the Browns at this point should be barred from getting Ohio State players because
dude, people are loving Stroud.
Hey, everybody wrote him off for dead. And now
Yep.
he's hooping. He hooping out there.
Yes, they did, and he's been great.
And everyone loves, man, Cody, your Buckeyes in the big league is impressive, man. People are loving it. You got
I
the fans,
appreciate that.
brother.
I appreciate that.
Miami will beat Georgia. Wise words. All right. I got to ask you, man. You got to come back in the morning after show after the Cotton Bowl. We always do a 9 or 10 a.m. somewhere in there, depending on how quickly we can get up and get going. A morning after show. So come in, join us, whether you win or whether we win. Either talk crap or slice up that humble pie because we'll be here waiting on you.
If Miami beats Georgia and goes to the national championship game, I will personally Venmo you $500.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
Since you don't bet bookies.
Yeah. You're just gonna give it away.
That's a safe bet. That's a safe
That's
bet.
not even a bet. You're just saying you'll give it to them.
That's a safe bet because
That's not a bet because you're not
That
getting
was
it.
Georgia will if we somehow screw this up and we play 100 tight ends again and screw this up, Georgia will absolutely mollywop Miami. Miami isn't built for that yet.
And you're just gonna
They just got to a playoff for the first time ever. Like, you beat a overrated A&M team. One of those two teams will be in the Natty. Ohio State and Indiana or both.
Ohio State nor Indiana will be in the Natty.
I bet you have Miami winning the national championship too, don't you?
If I had to guess, I would say that would be his winner.
You are that delusional.
All right, let's get to Chris Olave.
Yes, please.
10
give me
catches.
Olave stats. Ooh.
10 catches, 148 yards, 2 touchdowns.
It's crazy what happens when you have a quarterback not throwing you hospital balls.
And he said in his post-game interview how close he was to retirement. And I wondered, because of all the concussions, all the head trauma that he's had to go through. I mean, it's unbelievable.
I pray he stays healthy the rest of the way. And
Absolutely.
Bite him in the butt later in life because
I met him years ago, and he's a great guy. So I really hope he
This is
stays
awful.
healthy.
Dang, Olave. That is like actually that
He's a bad man.
Yeah, he's good.
Hurricane Bane gonna eat. Well, yeah, Hurricane.
He'll get a sack.
He's gonna have his own.
Sure.
He's a great player. He's a great player. But it takes more than one.
He's elite, and they have more than one. That defensive line's elite. Akeem Massador, Scott. That's as good as it gets, almost.
Yeah.
I'll drop by.
I think.
All right, wise words. We're counting on you, man.
I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. You know, if you do in fact lose, I want to see you here. Bet Hard Rock.
I bet Hard Rock.
He bet at the Hard Rock Cafe.
Yeah. All right.
Good for you. I'm gonna bet on FanDuel.
That's a good question. That's a real good question.
I might even do an alt spread because I think we'll beat them by 17.
All right? They're asking them questions. Is Miami really your team wise, or are you just following them for the playoffs?
Miami will thrash Georgia. Come on, bro. Come on. Oh my Lord. I literally have seen so many Miami fans be like, we have better players than Ohio State top to bottom. I'm like, in what universe, sir? In what universe? You might have us in certain positions. I'll give it to you. Like that,
Right guard.
Yeah. And some.
Not now.
But we have a better quarterback than you. We have better wide receivers than you by a lot. I mean, I guess you could call running back Miami edge slightly, maybe. Yeah. Go down the list. It's mostly Ohio State. We definitely have a head-to-head matchup advantage in the head coach.
I don't want to say this because Miami's a talented team. I don't think it's going to be, like a blowout or anything. I think
make them look like Miami of Ohio.
I don't think Miami's a good team, man. They have great players. They have skill position players that are great. They have a good running back.
They got
good
fast guys, talented dudes.
But Ohio State's just on a different level, and if they play to their capability, they're going to win all of them.
Yep.
Miami isn't built for that yet. Could they be? Sure. But they continue. I mean, they're lucky they got in this playoff. They continue every year to do the same stuff, losing a couple games and looking absolutely abhorrent at playing football. And that's what kept them out last year with a better quarterback in Cam Ward. Like, he's a better quarterback than Carson Beck.
Is far better.
Yeah. So, come on. So they're not built for that yet.
And
we'll see.
Miami's D-line is good. No one's going to question that. They're elite.
5 stars too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Miami barely. This is a good point by Anna. Miami barely squeaked by Texas A&M, and they think they're natty bound. They're one-dimensional, and they will eventually get clipped. Temple of Brutus, always on here. Love having you. Merry Christmas. When the next show gonna be? Peace and love from South Texas.
There we go, another Texas Buckeye.
Well, I don't actually know. I haven't even planned that far ahead.
Would it be next Tuesday, the day before the game?
Well, we can't do it on
Wednesday.
Wednesday
is the game.
So probably won't do it Wednesday.
Yeah.
I guess we'll do it Monday or Tuesday next week. I might even do a Sunday morning show if we come up with enough content on Sunday. So probably Sunday morning. I'll be waking up early. I'm used to doing it now, so we'll just get it on.
I'll be at church.
I go right afterwards.
Like devil's advocate wise, boys, if we bring that same offensive game plan as we did against Indiana, we will lose this game. Yes.
Yeah, for sure. But it won't be.
Absolutely.
But it won't be the same game plan.
But it won't.
Different play caller. I mean, I think Brian Day, he comes up with the game plan, but
we're gonna find ways.
He'll be calling the plays, and it'll look different. So
move the ball. I don't mind seeing the 13-14 personnel here and there. I don't want to see it in the red zone. That doesn't give us any advantage at all.
I know what we're trying to do.
I get it.
A fullback is fine. It's fine. But also, you can't live and die by it. You can't.
Yes. That's not our strengths.
Well,
right? Once again, went away from our strengths.
By having, you're trying to play a different team's football. That's not Ohio State football right now.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, you have Jeremiah Smith, you have Max Clare even. You know, why are we throwing 3 tight ends out there?
Yes, I know we have good tight ends and we have a room full of tight ends, but we have the best wide receivers in college football.
Right, and we have one tight end that is very good.
It's almost like we panicked because all of a sudden they were getting in the backfield and causing us issues, and we were like, "Oh, we got to get more protection out. We got to put these tight ends out here."
And that's what I think it was. But now
we didn't think it through.
I also think that this was a little bit of a growing pain for Julian Sane because he hasn't faced as much pressure as he did.
His jersey's been clean the entire year.
So it was a learning experience for him because he talked about it and he was like, in his press conference, he was like, yeah, I need to not hold on to the ball. If there's something 5 yards down the field and it's open, I need to take it. I don't need to wait for something else to come open. And that's kind of
losers comment up. You know which one you're looking at. Yep. First of all, game number 1 of the season. Number 2, please go back and watch that game. There was no struggle at all, by the way. There's no struggle at all. We literally had an offensive game plan tailored for a brand new quarterback to not overwhelm him because it's so crucial to, when you have a new quarterback, to not throw him into the fire. We built him up to where he is the most accurate quarterback in college football history in a season.
Oh, and you need to add something else to it. What did that team do against Texas A&M? Yeah, just wax them.
Texas
absolutely waxed.
Texas waxed Texas A&M, a team that you struggled us to beat.
Yeah, they were that.
I don't care if it was 30-mile-an-hour ones or not. You couldn't run the ball much for anything on them until late. Like, you stuck. I get Florida beat them. It was at the Swamp. The Swamp's a pretty tough place to play. Miami know all about that, you know. But I mean, South Florida beat that team too. You want to give them their credentials for it too? I don't know. But y'all feel that hurricane come. Listen, here's the thing. I've seen a lot of Miami fans say Miami hates Ohio State and Ohio State hates Miami. I don't think about Miami that much. I'll be honest with you. Every time I watch this game, which that was a pass interference, by the way, every time I think about that game, I think about Miami. Outside of that,
I wasn't even born then. I wasn't even born.
I don't think about Miami out. You guys hate us because we beat one of your best teams for a national championship mano a mano, fair and square. It would have ended in regulation if instant replay existed back then. But you got lucky and it didn't exist, so you got an overtime period. You got an overtime period gifted to you. You got 2 gifted to you. And the better team, the one that was more prepared, that didn't have parties pre-planned beforehand, beat your ass mano a mano for it. And y'all are salty almost 23 years later. You're not at that level. You're not close to what you were here. You made the playoff. Congratulations. Good for you. You're a great team.
Hey, the feeling is mutual. Well, that's
you
cute.
Can't even win the ACC. We at least made it to our conference title game finally again. You can't even make it to the ACC title game. In a horrible conference. The ACC is dog crap. It is awful. When we send you home in 8 days, you'll at least have something new to bitch about. Hopefully there is no penalty flag that, when we beat you by 17 plus, you'll at least be like, oh God, I hate those Buckeyes. They embarrassed our team. If it weren't for that flag back in 2002, we would have won this game. You'll at least have something else to cry about. I don't know. The only hurricane I feel is the hurricane of tears from you guys after this loss that you're about to take. That's it.
Yeah, this is a good point. Miami lost to 2 teams.
Miami is going to win the Natty. Please bet me on that, please. $1,000 right now. I'll give you $500 if you beat Georgia. If you win the Natty, I'll give you another $1,000 on top of that. If you don't win the Natty, if you don't make it to the Natty, you owe me $1,000.
Wow.
I got money to spend.
I think that's. Oh man,
I got money to spend, bud.
Ohio State has a fake Bo Jackson at running back. That's actually kind of funny, but you'll see.
He's pretty good. I mean, he's not Bo Jackson, but
yeah, he's also a freshman.
He's Lamar Jackson. He's Lamar.
He ran for over 1,000 yards and didn't even play 12 full games.
I mean, you can Miami fans, you can talk all you want to, but they lost to 2 4-loss teams.
My name is Alex Hard Rock. You can bet me. Don't be a wuss. Put your money where your mouth is. I've already told you I'll give you $500 if you beat Georgia.
Listen,
you won't even make it to Georgia.
This is the
$500 if you do.
He already bet at Hard Rock, so because of that,
I got money to spend, bud. If you wanna put up the money that you're talking about, let's run it, man.
Look at this. Coconut's like, yeah, I'll take that bet too. I'll put 10K on that. Oh man, this is great. Thanks, Miami fans, for being horrible travelers. I'll probably drive upstate with my son, watch $80 ticket, standing room only at Jerry's World, like a Buckeye fan reunion convention.
Yeah, it's going to be large majority Ohio State fans in there. Not concerned about that one bit.
Alex, will you hold the money?
I'll even put it in like a mutual, like neutral thing if that's what it takes. Like bet me $1,000 that Miami wins the national championship. I'll bet against it. You bet for it, and I'll be $1,000 richer because that's the easiest bet I've ever made in my life. Literally the easiest bet I've ever made in my life. And you're saying we can't rush on Miami. I mean, the rushing stats in total count sacks, so that's why our rush stats against Indiana look pretty bad. But Bo Jackson rushed for 83 yards on a better rush defense than Miami has.
Hey, just because we're talking about betting, if you want to place your bets, do it in the comments.
You guys, bro, I promise you I got more bread in 1 year than you made in your entire life, wise words. Put it up.
Hey,
you got money to bet. I got money to bet.
Real quickly, I forgot to do this already. Polymarket, the world's largest prediction market. Polymarket allows you to stay informed and profit from your knowledge by betting on future events across various topics. So go support College Football Backers and make your picks with our link provided in the comments.
There you go.
Best place to do it.
Yeah, Canes fans, they talk a lot, but when you all of a sudden you start putting money up, 90% of them are like,
yeah, we have.
Well, you know, yeah, no.
Yeah.
And they
Well,
had
you know
one
what?
set.
You know what happened in 2002 inside the stadium? Yapping the entire game. You know how quick they were to get out of that stadium when they lost? They didn't even stay for the second overtime.
I
They
bet.
bounced. And there was only like 10,000 of them, I think.
They had the parties to get to celebrate the Natty.
They had to go rip down those posters before anyone else got out of there. Yeah, I mean, talk. $1,000 if Miami win, I get $3,000.
So if I win, you give me $1,000. If Miami wins the national championship, you get $3,000.
For every 100, I get 300.
So if Ohio State beats Miami, I get $1,000. But if Miami wins the national championship, you get $3,000.
I think that's worth the bet.
I would
Yeah,
take that bet.
because Ohio State's favored.
I would take that bet all day. Do you guys bet on Hard Rock to try to fund your stadium or something that you never go to and that has like the worst home crowds of all time? Is that what that's for?
Yeah, it's 9.5 points. It's still, I believe.
Hurricane fans talk about how we don't have our money up. They apparently don't have the money to put a stadium on their actual campus. They have to use the Dolphin Stadium 20 minutes away or something. Yikes.
Yeah, that's weird to have a stadium off campus.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Especially that far away. Like, I could see why people don't go.
Well, we'll be back for more. I will be here Sunday morning. I don't know who's going to do the show with me, but Sunday morning, 9 a.m., maybe 9:30. I mean, we still got stuff going in the locker room. Do we still address it? Are you boys?
Georgia's a lot better of a team than Miami.
We do need to talk about do need to talk about Bryson Rodgers.
Oh yeah, if Ohio State loses, or if Ohio State beats Miami, then Ohio State will lose to Georgia, but Canes will beat Ohio State.
Georgia's a better team than Miami, so that would at least make sense. Ohio State's a way better team than Miami, so that's why you're almost a double-digit underdog, because you stink.
Well, all right.
Georgia might be favored against us. I don't know. We'll see. It'll be like a 1, 2, 3 point line, I'm sure.
You know what's funny about Georgia is in the beginning to mid-season, I'd have been like, yeah, I'll take Georgia all day. But now, they've turned it on.
Yeah. You mean you would have taken Ohio State over them all day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easily. I mean, in a lot of teams, to be honest with you, in the playoffs at least.
Which I figured they'd, look respectable at some point. They were almost a guarantee to make the playoffs this year. But
some teams just turn it on at the end and put it all together, and it looks like Georgia's one of those teams that did. Yeah. But if I had to pick a team, I think it's the most dangerous. I think it's Oregon. They're just under the radar the whole time. I think Oregon and Texas A&M or Texas Tech are the two that I'm like, ooh, there might be something there.
If Oregon rematches Indiana, it will be very interesting to see what happens there.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
That's true.
Be very interesting. But I hope that they don't beat Indiana if that rematch happens, because I want a rematch against Indiana. And we deserve it more than Oregon does. So,
hey, as long as it's another, no, I can't even say that because I don't agree with that. I was going to say, as long as it's another Big Ten school, Ohio State just needs to go back to back.
Especially since I didn't think we had a shot to repeat this year when the season started.
Talk is cheap. Cheap. Hurricanes.
Yeah, Hurricane fans are very cheap. They very much are.
They're talking now, but we'll see.
They talk a lot, but they don't ever want to back it up. Guess we'll see.
Because it's a lot easier to say, "Hey, I did it at a bookie."
Yeah.
Rather than
which he didn't do it at a bookie either. Like let's be real about that. And I mean, if he did, it's like $10. Like woo. They don't put up grown men money when it comes to bets. Isn't that right, Go Canes?
But in all honesty, I would probably not be making bets over the internet with someone that I don't know. Myself.
Keep talking run 10K. You don't have 10K. You won't bet me, sir.
I think, who knows? I think he's talking about actually doing a run, 10 kilometers.
God, I ain't running 10K. I ain't running 0.00001K. My running days are over.
Mine too.
Yeah.
That joke is funnier if you.
Yeah.
That's all the Christmas money his grandma gives me.
You sick bastard.
Prediction: Canes, Dogs, Hoosiers, Ducks.
Yeah, 3 out of 4 ain't bad. 3 out of 4 ain't bad.
He's got Hoosiers, he or she, over Alabama.
Yeah, I think Indiana will beat them by double digits.
I do too. I think it'll be a 10-point win. I think the spread on that is 7.5.
Yeah. I just that's such a great team. Now, honestly, if Bama won, would I be shocked? Not really. I'd be more shocked because of the fact that they ran for like no yards again against Oklahoma and still somehow won that game. But Oklahoma really, really crabbed that game away. They really crabbed that.
Oh, man.
Another 17-point lead blown by Oklahoma in a playoff.
Can you imagine being an Oklahoma fan right now?
0-5 all time in the playoffs.
Oh, you know what? I'll probably do a show with Bryan Buckeye Stats to talk about the playoff projections. I forgot about that. I haven't talked to him yet about that, so we'll get on that. At some point, there'll be a playoff projection, a model, if you will, to go over the merit-based model predictions because it's on fire.
Question for you guys: what do you think of Brian Hartline's hires so far?
I haven't even paid attention to him, to be honest with you.
Tim Beck is the OC.
I don't like that.
Mistake.
And then he's hired his brother.
I think that's fine.
Yeah,
I think that's fine.
That makes sense.
He was a quarterback, so I mean,
you think he'll bring Rodgers home?
I do.
Yeah, 100%.
That's probably already set in stone, unless Bryson has better offers elsewhere and wants to, But I think that's a safe bet.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He's also a Florida native, so
yeah. I think I've also heard what's that quarterback that entered the portal that Beck or Rocco or something?
Yeah, Rocco
might have been him. I think he's from down there too.
Okay.
So
he did. Lagway did a bunch. A bunch of players did.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't think there's anything else to go over for today. For tonight,
Covered
a lot of information. I can't wait for this game to get started. This second round is absolutely lit. All these games are going to be fun to watch no matter what.
I won't be able to watch it. I'll be working, but I work at a radio station and we cover the game, so I'll just have to listen to Paul Keels.
There you go. That'll be fun.
I'll go Canes and wise words. If you ever want to get your money up, and my DMs are always open.
There we go. Go hit like, share this show, subscribe to the channel, support us so we can keep coming back and doing more. Thanks, Alex. Thanks, Cody, for joining us. As always,
yes,
God bless. Take care. Have a Merry Christmas because I won't see you until then. And OH.
Beat the Canes, baby.
IO, baby.
Go Bucks.
Go Bucks.
Use down.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Take care.
Go Bucks.
Merry Christmas to you, Mr. Wise Words.